Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Hypergamous Journey. At this channel, we discuss dating advice almost in real time about for women who are mature in mindset, who need and would like a little guidance about how to navigate this dating landscape with online apps, etc. Today, I would like to discuss point number 3 on the video I did a couple of days ago, breaking down one of Kevin Samuel's videos. As I've said many times on this channel, I didn't agree with everything Kevin Samuels had to say. I thought he was mean most of the time and condescending, dismissive, and arrogant. But I'm the type of person who will see past your human flaws, because I have them, and see what you're saying to see if anything resonates with me. And I've always been this way. So I didn't agree with his rating system because it's really what people think of themselves and not what others think. And it's just a matter of meeting the person who thinks that you are what you think you are, and you think what he thinks he is, and then you see if it works. So number 3, men know women far better than women know men because men are raised by women. Repeat. Kevin Samuel said, and I'll link the video, my video and Kevin's video in the description box. Men know women far better than women know men because men are raised by women. I think this is true. If I grew up with my stepfather in the household, but he was not really a talker. And my mother was the masculine energy in the relationship. So I modeled myself after her and the life skills that she taught me, which was to be independent and not depend on a man. And so for all of my life, that's what I did. So I think that's why I'm single. Yeah, masculine energy. I think that's why I'm single. And, I've made peace with, how I grew up and where I am. And in 2019, I decided to do something different because I learned something different. I didn't know about femininity and all that stuff when I was growing up as a little girl, a young girl, a tween, a teen, and a young woman. So I know it now. And truth be told, on some level, my independent woman, masculine energy served me. It did. But then I got tired. And when I got tired, I was looking for something else. And it popped into my YouTube feed. And you know my story. So, unfortunately, some people may say fortunately, I say unfortunately, women in my generation, a lot of us grew up without our father or a father figure that was masculine. I think the era, maybe my mom and stepfather's era, is where it was the masculine energy, man was dominant, maybe. And then after that, that's where we get a lot of households run by women. And even though my stepfather was in the household, my mom ran the household and everything else. So she was the man in the relationship. So on some level, the household was run by a single woman. a single mother. On some level, our household was run by a single mother. She was married, but acting single. And my mother didn't go out. We were her priority. We were her priority. She didn't go out. My stepfather hardly took her out. But I grew up in a masculine energy household where my mother ran things. So I patterned my life after that, because in the household, little girls, model themselves after their mother, same sex, and boys model themselves after their dad as their role models. So when it came to knowing men, I didn't have a clue. I didn't have a clue. For the longest time, I thought that I was supposed to relate to a man the way I related to my girlfriends. And then early on, I realized that wasn't going to work. So early, like in my teens, I realized that I couldn't talk to my boyfriend about my girlfriend. And I couldn't tell her secrets to him, because eventually he would throw it back in my face about my friend. And that happened to me once or twice, and it wasn't really anything big, but I realized as a teenager I couldn't do that. So I kept that to myself. It's like whatever my friend and I discuss, it's between us. It's not to be shared with your boyfriend. And some women call their husbands their best friend. And I don't understand that. Maybe it's because I've never been married, and the man calls his wife his best friend. Not often, but some men do. I've heard some men do that, basically on television. Nobody in my life has said that their husband was their best friend or their wife was their best friend. And so when I think of best friend, I think of my best friend where I have told her pretty much everything in my life. And my best friend, we've been friends since we were 17, and both of us are 62. Well, about to be 62. So that's 45, 50 years of friendship. So we've known each other all of our lives. So when women say my husband is my best friend, and husbands say my wife is my best friend, I'm like, how is that possible? Are you telling your husband and your wife like everything, every single thought that you have, your desire to get with her best friend? Not that you will, but your desire to get with her best friend. And is she telling you her desire to get with your best friend? I don't know. If someone in the comments can enlighten me, a married person can enlighten me who's the best friend of their spouse. Now I can see them saying they're friends, but best friends, in my opinion, tell each other everything. So maybe that does happen. I don't know. So I think he's right. Men know women far better than women know men, because men are raised by women. So if a man is raised in a household with only women, the dad is absent, and that's very common today. And even, so I would be considered a grandmother. So my grandchildren, in their generation, it's common. I don't have any grandchildren. So I would say my nephew, who's 30 something, he grew up in a single family household. What do you call it? Single mother household. That's what I'm saying. So he's turned out really good, college educated and, very masculine, knows it's his job to provide and protect, no babies. So, and very handsome, tall and handsome, and women throw themselves. I've watched women, try to get in his like view. Get in front of him and flirt and stuff like that. Because he looks like he could be my son, really. But, I'm not digressing. So, Oh, so when there's a man growing up, I've watched this in my nephew too, around nothing but women, because our nuclear family is just made of women, basically. He knows how to talk to them and still be, masculine. He knows what to say to calm everybody down. And because women fall in love through their ears by listening, he knows how to do that. He's very good at it, actually. Very, very good at it. So good at it that he has a job where it's what he does. And he's very logical. And he knows women can be emotional. And when he says it, it really makes me my ego wants to rise up. But I keep it down and under control because he's right. We are. But we're also relational. And they know, just like men just know how to work all the angles. That's why I guess we have so many babies with women who are not married, because men know how to work us. And though I don't have children, that was a decision on my part. I wanted to be married. And if I couldn't get married, I did not want to have children, because I just watched so many single mothers around me struggle. And if I'm barely making it for myself in the early years, I certainly didn't want to bring a child into the world and be fighting with the father over child support and spending time, because you can get child support from the father and then he doesn't want to spend time. So I didn't really want to go through any of that. And so he's right. Men know women far better than women know men, because they are raised by women. They know that when their mother is on her cycle, to stay out of her way. They know what to say to get out of the chores. And if she's a woman, and if their mother is a woman who believes in coddling her male child, then she's going to work that daughter to the bone. That daughter is going to know life skills. She's going to succeed. She's going to be successful. And that mother can, hold up her head high and her chest out, because she's raised a very successful and probably dutiful daughter. Whereas that son, not always, because we can't generalize, but that son, I have too many people in my family where the son has not lived up to the expectations that the daughter has. And it's because he was raised differently. Even though he was in the same household, he was raised differently. And my sister and I, we always say, thank God we didn't have a brother, because we saw it in our mother. We saw it that if we had a brother, it was going to be easy going for him, easy sailing, boy, and she would ride us. And she rode us growing up. She rode us. So Kevin's right. Men know women far better than women know men, because they're raised by women. And there is a time in a little boy's life where you have to let him exercise his independence. Not in a disrespectful way, but in an age-appropriate way. I believe in taking both little boys and little girls, but particularly little boys to like 100 Black Men. I tried to tell my friend to do this with her grandson. She was raising her grandchildren. And I just kept repeating, just take them to 100 Black Men. Find a male-oriented organization to involve him in, so that he can learn male skills on what it is like to be a man, because you can't do it. Some women have single mothers have raised wonderful sons. But a lot of us can't. We can't do it. We can't do it. That's why I see many young men who are shiftless and directionless and don't have a clue. And these are young men. So then when they get to be middle-aged men, they're like the ones that I've been meeting and doing my dating reviews on. They're looking for somebody to take care of them, increase their lifestyle. It's crazy. It's crazy. So if you have a grandson, a son, please, please, please get him involved in some kind of extracurricular activity that will help him understand and know and do the things that we subscribers on this channel want done. We want a provider, a protector, a leader of the family. And it doesn't mean that they're going to be perfect, but it does mean that they have direction. They have goals. They know what they're looking for in a woman, that they're using protection and not having babies all over Kingdom Come. It's not cute. And then I've seen grandmothers whose sons and have so many children by different women that it's hard to grandparent all of them because each relationship with each mother is different. Some are angry at the son, so they're angry at his mother. It's a mess. So I want to end on a positive note. Again, I believe Kevin is right. Men know women far better because they can talk to us. They know how to cajole us. They know how to get what they want out of us by talking a certain way, but we have to learn. And ladies, teach your granddaughters this, is that what he says and what he does have to align. They have to be congruent. They have to match. What he says and what he's doing has to match, period. If he's saying one thing and doing another, go with what he's doing. That's the positiveness. We have to teach our daughters, our girls, our nieces, any young girl in our sphere or social circle, that it's not what the man says, it's what he does that counts. Thank you for watching, and ta-da! I have a new free product I would like to share with you. The Dating Adventures, a self-guided experience. What this is different dating activities that you can do if you're having a hard time getting started. If you're having a hard time getting started, these dating activities are for you. You can get them free by emailing me at the Hypergamous Journey at Gmail. The Hypergamous Journey at Gmail. So these are the activities. Like I said, it's free. And I have a sorry. I recycle paper. So there's a blank one where you can write your own activities. And then I have a note of suggestions. Like the first one reads, close your eyes and just point to a place on the first page and just do what the activity is. Don't pick and choose because that's too comfortable. It won't get you out of your comfort zone. You'll do the easy ones and take your time doing the more difficult ones, or you won't do them at all. It talks about flirting. And my activities, like join a dating app, 2 dating apps for just 30 days, because I believe after that, the algorithm really doesn't work. What else? Buying lipstick or a new dress, and taking a yoga class, buying a journal, write for 1 day, write for 2 days, write for 5 consecutive days. I just did this because lots of women have a hard time getting started, especially mature women. We just have a hard time getting started. We might, the children are grown, or the children are, can take care of themselves. And then we've gotten in a rut, in a routine, and it's not good. It's not good. So if you're interested, just email me at gmail at the Hypergamous Journey at gmail.com, and I will send that to you. And what else? Oh, yes. My journals are on Amazon. This one is Paint My World in Color. I really like this one. This is pretty nail polish. This is what it says on the back. That's the way it looks on the back. Undated, just lines. So you can write to your heart's content, anything that you want to write about. And I think that's it. So yeah, I will put the link in the description about the video that I did, the video I watched where I got the 17 points from Kevin Samuel's video. And another point is on the way. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.